Higher light decree. Clearing and upgrading the Sacral Chakra. I call upon God, Goddess, all that is. I call upon my OverSoul, my higher selves, and teams in spirit of the highest light and resonance to witness, assist, and activate this decree. I call upon my body elemental to be present, open, and receptive during this decree. I call upon my star family across the universe and multiverse to assist me in this decree. I call on all archangels of the horizontal and vertical force planes to be present during this decree. Especially I call on Archangel Gabriel to assist me in this decree. I call on all recording angels of the Akashic records. I call upon angels of release, angels of healing, angels of love, angels of colour, angels of solfeggio frequencies. I call upon the cosmic Christ consciousness and the Christ grid, and all ascended beings working within that grid to assist me in this decree. I call upon and invoke the crystalline grid of Gaia for assistance and support during this process. I call upon all angelic beings within that grid and angels overseeing the element of water for assistance during this decree. Spirit, I now request a waterfall of clearing, cleansing, crystalline violet and ultraviolet light to be initiated, to flow down, clearing my energy fields. Spirit, I request this be followed by a waterfall of crystalline diamond white light to flow down, clearing my energy fields. Spirit, I request this be followed by a waterfall of gold light to flow down, clearing my energy fields. I ask this waterfall of violet, white, gold light continue throughout this decree. Spirit, I hereby now renounce all agreements, vows, promises made within my ancestral line or made within any lifetime, including this lifetime, that in any way, shape or form promotes any block, limitation, hindrance, obstruction, suppression or harvesting of my energy within my sacral chakra. Spirit, break and neutralize, remove all contracts, vows, promises, agreements, whether taken consciously or unconsciously, that in any way interferes with my creative, emotional and sexual self-expression via this sacral center. Include any old vows of celibacy. Do this clearing through all minds, bodies, timelines, incarnations and universes, completely and 100% removing anything that would seek to recreate any of this. Spirit, clear and remove any entity attachment anchored into any layer or level of my sacral chakra, returning any such attachment to their most proper zone and space. Remove any negative portals or vortexes in my sacral chakra that allow any such disturbances. Also clear any associated subtle geometries, energetic connections including implants, hooks, cords, grids, nets, suction cups and any similar energetic structures of interference. Purge and release any and all associated toxic energies received. Spirit, dismantle, clear and remove any psychic structures related to black magic, cancelling the effects of any associated toxic energies. restoring the perfect health and functioning of my sacral chakra. Spirit, seal and heal any wounding, opening, tears or rips to my energy centers and energy fields with light, healing and sealing anything created as a result of this clearing and removal. Spirit, clear my sacral chakra of all conditions created in any lifetime, including this lifetime, created through any form of desire, grasping with attachment, any form of aversion, rejection, disgust, hatred that negatively affects my ability to live a happy and joyful life. Spirit, clear my sacral of all negative, constraining or manipulative energies relating to any devotional worship of false gods, false gurus, false teachers that I have picked up from my ancestral lines or any other lifetime. Spirit, clear and neutralize any ancestral, cultural, religious, social restriction, taboos or fear concerning the expression of emotional or sexual energy. Clear any memories or imprints of sexual abuse from the bloodlines or from any other abusive lifetime. Spirit, clear my sacral of all ancestral pain due to sexual repression, sexual perversion. Clear any energies and programs related to obsessive romantic relationships. Clear and eliminate any energetic residue remaining from any sexual relationship, whether physically or astrally experienced. Also clearing any projection of sexual desire received in the sacral center. Spirit, clear and release any sexual energy that does not belong to me. Cleanse my sacral chakra of all energetic, emotional, mental manipulation, freeing me energetically from all past toxic relationships, freeing me from all sexual, emotional, relational interference or limitation. Spirit, dissolve the psychic umbilical cord with my mother, removing any interferences, lower energies, healing any unhappiness or resentment or frustration, any beliefs or programs inherited from my mother that was impregnated in my sacral chakra. Clear any Oedipus or Electra complexes that my sacral chakra absorbed from my parents, allowing only peace and love to exist in the space between myself and my biological parents, freeing me from any toxic conditioning or psychic connections that create any form of codependence. Spirit, clear and neutralize any dense or crystallized energies in the sacral chakra, releasing excessive sensitivity, extreme mood swings, any feelings of disconnection from the world, any feelings of being overwhelmed, unable to cope, any desire to control rather than flow, any fear of pleasure, any addictive tendencies, any lack of self-discipline arising within the sacral chakra. Spirit, release any overstimulation, clear any pleasurable impulses that are detrimental to my physical and emotional well-being, such as addictive impulses. Clear anything that depletes the natural resources of my body and being. Align all pleasure impulses towards honouring my body as a sacred temple of my bright spirit. Aligning all pleasure impulses towards my physical and emotional upliftment and spiritual growth. Spirit, clear, release, dissolve, remove any energies connected to any abusive or toxic situation. Clear the energies of all involved, dissolving any cording, clearing any programming and imprints received, granting me energetic space and distance from any situation and all individuals involved, Allow me to understand the lessons of such interactions so they do not need to be repeated. Spirit, clear my sacral of all energy stagnation and blockages created through any suppression of my emotions. Spirit, clear any guilt received, passed down through the ancestral lines, or generated in this lifetime or any other lifetime. Allowing my emotions to flow like sparkling water, allowing me to feel fully alive and in the moment. Spirit, open my clairsentience, my empathy, the psychic sense of my second chakra, my ability to sense other people's emotions, releasing any emotional fogginess, emotional overstimulation, psychic bombardment caused from receiving an overload of emotional impulses and impressions from others, releasing any emotional neediness, any emotional desires that do not belong to me. Spirit, balance and harmonize my emotional body, clearing all dense emotions in such a way that I experience a greater sense of peace, emotional fluidity, emotional flow, emotional integrity. Spirit, clear any health issues related to my sacral, including impotence, frigidity, urinary issues, reproductive issues, and lower back pain. Spirit, release any tension or energy knots in the inner channel along the spine, concerning the natural movement and rise of Kundalini energy in such a way that this vital force can flow as it needs, in the safest, most balanced way, at the correct rhythm and pulse, flowing at the correct time and pace without hindrance, allowing the most appropriate flow of serpentine Kundalini energy to flow up from the Earth Star into the root and sacral, in accordance with my highest spiritual evolutionary path and progression. Do all of this clearing through all minds, bodies, timelines, incarnations and universes, completely and 100% removing anything that would seek to recreate any of this. Archangel Gabriel, infuse my sacral chakra with orange light, and follow this with an infusion of any other appropriate light and colour into the sacral chakra. Angels, infuse my sacral chakra with all appropriate solfeggio frequencies to heal, free and liberate my sacral chakra. Angels, infuse my sacral with the pure crystalline energies of amber, orange aventurine, orange calcite, and tangerine quartz crystal. Spirit, transmit the pure vibration of release and forgiveness to my sacral, so that I can release and forgive myself, and release any form of karmic reaction, retribution or punishment, relinking me in any way to any other being in this lifetime or any other lifetime. Spirit, establish or re-establish healthy boundaries between myself and all others, shielding and bouncing off any dense projections of unwanted psycho-emotional energy, so that I may experience my full sovereignty of my I Am presence in my sacral center. Spirit, allow all of this clearing, healing and energizing work to create a high frequency connection to the elemental kingdoms, especially that of water. Balance and harmonize the water element in my sacral center. Spirit, activate my creative and intuitive gifts. Open and clear all channels of creative expression, freeing me from any ancestral, parental, cultural taboos, limitations, or entanglements. Boosting my creative energy and intuitive gifts in all of its potential channels and forms. I now invite the clearing and healing restorative light of the crystalline grid, supported by all beings of light working in that grid to restore the original divine blueprint of my sacral chakra, to restore my true connection to the vibrant and supportive energy of Gaia. Allow this clearing, healing and energizing work to create a higher frequency connection to the elemental kingdoms, especially that of water. Releasing what needs to be released from the sacral chakra, allowing a greater sense of harmony, fluidity and flow, so that I may happily move forward, allowing a greater range of emotional clarity, emotional expression, emotional connection, allowing a greater sense of empathy, intuition, passion, allowing a stronger connection to my full sovereign energy and being. Raising the vibrational frequency of my sacral chakra in harmony with my entire chakra system. Spirit, harmonize and energize my sacral center, balancing out any excess energies or lack of energy in this chakra so that all levels and layers of this chakra work in harmony with the rest of my chakra and meridian system. Spirit, fully activate and expand my sacral gifts, my intuition, my gut feeling, my inner knowing, my empathy. Spirit, allow all of this clearing, healing and energizing work to allow a greater flow of prosperity into my inner world and outer reality. Spirit, bring to completion each separate aspect of this decree and all interconnected aspects to 100% done through all layers, levels of my Akashic records, across all time, space, all timelines, all lifetimes, all levels of my being. Spirit, allow a continuous waterfall of violet white gold light for as long as necessary after the completion of this decree, to enable a complete flushing and releasing of all lower energies and impurities. Spirit, bring my physical body, chakras, meridians and all energetic bodies to a space of completion. Allowing this clearing to create more space, freedom, harmony, love and flow within my being. Allowing a greater level of space, freedom, harmony, love and flow within my relationship to Mother Earth and all my relationships therein. Spirit, do all of this in accordance with the cosmic laws of love and light, for the maximum benefit of all involved. Many blessings.